I remember being 13 years old, crying. Literally so insecure about the size of my penis, thinking that it was never going to happen. I was never going to be in a relationship. I was always going to stay a virgin. I'm laughing about it now. It sounds funny kind of coming out of my mouth. But that's how I felt. And what's weird is that even though I felt that way at the age of 13, I still had a tiny bit of experience with girls. You know, nothing crazy, right? A few kisses on the cheek, couple on the lips, couple of like hookups. But that's how I felt. Even at 13, with a tiny bit of experience. My life has always been hard. And there's a reason I'm telling you my story for a sec, bro. I grew up extremely poor in the ghetto. And if you know what that's like, it's not good. See, for me, what was normal isn't normal. Where everyone you know is either involved in crime or drugs. You know, fights are normal every day. Police coming every other day. Like, that was normal. My father literally up and left me, my brothers, and my mum one day. And left us in the ghetto, stranded pretty much. We were the family given food donations. Given second-hand clothes. We didn't have dinner some nights. See, there's a massive age gap between my brothers and myself as well. So, you can imagine 3 boys and a single mum growing up in the ghetto. No money, rough environment, the family problems and the problems that were inside my family. I've seen a lot, I've heard a lot, I've been through so much, bro. And why I told you that is because my life was so difficult growing up and I was still facing the same insecurities that every young man still faces. When is it going to happen? I'm never going to be in a relationship. My penis is small. Like, that's what I was thinking, right? I was this fat, overweight, insecure, no confidence, no self-esteem, nothing. I had nothing going for me. And there were points in my life, especially at a young age, where I felt that I wasn't going to be around. And I mean, you boys know how I was when I got older. I abused drugs. Abused it. To the point where I was a drug addict. See, now being my age, I'm 25 years old and, you know, I've been really improving my life for a very long time now. I don't do drugs. I'm, you know, not living in the ghetto anymore. Things have changed. I've now got plenty of experience with girls. I've been in relationships. I've had one night stands. I'm well versed. And I can tell you that, is it okay to be a virgin? What's the answer? I want you to answer that for me. Of course it is. Yes. It is completely fine to be a virgin. Why I told you my life story is because I lost my virginity at the age of 16. Going on 17, right? Which is pretty young. But that's not to one-up you. That's not to say, oh yeah, look at me, I lost it young, or look at me, I've got experience with girls. But to go back to the question, yes, it's completely fine to be a virgin. And this video is morely skewed towards anyone over the age of 18, 19, 20. Because if you're younger than that, bro, I mean, just hold on, right? And listen to what I have to say. I get it. The crippling feeling of it's never going to happen. Girls don't like me, and you've got proof for it, right? You've either got no or next to very little experience with girls. When you do speak to a girl you like, or you kind of get into that situation, you get so shy, so anxious, and nothing ever kind of goes to plan, and it just starts eating at you. I completely understand that. But we're going to speak about something, and I'm going to break it down in a way that it's not necessarily something that you might want to hear, but what you need to hear. But before that, if you're still a virgin, it's completely fine, right? And if any girl ever says, oh, look at you, you're a virgin, or something, don't stress. I mean, that's not a girl that you want to be with or lose your virginity to anyway. Our lives are completely different. And I want you to really kind of take that into account when thinking, why am I still a virgin? Or, like, is it normal to still be a virgin? Yeah, it is. Because I want you to take a look at how you've been brought up, where you've been brought up, who you've hung around, your family, even your socioeconomic class, all of this. Our lives have been so unique where sometimes it's just not kind of set up to have experience with girls. Maybe you haven't gone to a lot of parties. Maybe your friends, were all just guys, or maybe you went to an all-guys school, or, there are certain situations in your life that kind of just have not gone the path of you attracting girls or being in a relationship and, having sex. And, bro, that is completely fine. It's your life, right? We don't choose our life path when we're young or, what we're born into. So if you're 20 years old, if you're 18 years old, if you're 25 years old and you still haven't lost it, it is completely fine. It's fine to be single. It's fine to be a virgin. There's nothing wrong with it. And I'm going to say something that might kind of, shake a bit of people wrong. I can say this to you because I'm so glad and happy to the person I lost my virginity to. Like, bro, I didn't lose it to some yuck, scumbag, disgusting drunk girl or anything. I lost it to someone, bro, that I loved. Like, sick. You can't not... That's beautiful. Losing your virginity should be something that you actually take initiative of and not lose it to someone that you're not interested in. You should actually think of it as something sacred. It sounds funny, right, what I'm saying, but it sounds, I just want to lose it, I just want to bust the nut. No. I can tell you this from experience. If you're a young man, losing your virginity is something that you should want to cherish and lose it to the right person. You don't want to lose it on a sloppy night out or just to some disgusting girl because you're always going to remember it. And there are some boys that are skewed and to think differently. And I get that, man. Maybe it's just how you've been brought up or, your environment. But if you're a young man watching this right now, be conscious of who you lose it to because you remember it forever. It's getting harder and harder. And this is what we're going to speak about because it is completely fine to be a virgin. But it is getting completely harder. And this is what I want to speak about. And I'm putting myself in the same boat as you. For us young men to attract girls. And what I want you to take into account, look at the world that you're living in, that I'm living in right now. What is it? It's all online. Instagram, dating online, all of this has changed what it means to be a young man and how to attract a girl, right? Girls have got way more attention than ever guys like you, guys everywhere around this world, always hitting on girls, always giving them attention, always kind of, sending them messages, always sending, it's just, they're getting overwhelmed with attention. And what I want to make clear is for the average young man, like yourself, like me, is that you must focus on pretty much one main thing. And what I want to tell you, and it's going to kind of sound weird, is that you shouldn't be focusing on your virginity. You need to lose it. You need to lose it. What you need to focus on, right? This is the number one thing, is, let's say this is you, right? What do you think that you need to be focusing on? I hope you're happy right now, bro. Your main focus in life should not be girls, right? It should not be a girl. Your main focus in life should be you. This is extremely important because what I want to tell you is you as a young man need to start taking complete accountability for your own life in every metric. Your body being a number one component, right, to you leveling yourself up, your mission in life, who you are, your routine, what you do, your habits, where you're going with your life. Everything starts to need to kind of be working in accordance of you becoming the most successful, best version of yourself. And I say this, right, because you will see, especially as you get older, the more you focus on yourself, you become the best version, right? You start making a little bit more money, your body's nice and developed, you start getting more and more confident within yourself, you start to align your life to, getting on your mission. You will see that the attraction from girls starts to pour in and seep your way, and you start getting more eyeballs because you're becoming more developed. You're becoming well versed in life. Now, what I do want to kind of turn to is your main focus should always be you. Absolutely. Right? Because I know how it gets, bro. Like, oh, how do I lose my virginity? Or how does this happen? This or that. Is that your main focus should always be you. Right? Your number one focus is you. But the second thing, and this kind of gets misconstrued. It does, right? Because in the self-improvement and bettering yourself, this kind of goes against what you should be doing. But the second thing that you should be doing is getting life experience. Sorry for the writing, but see, there's nothing that really builds a man than going out and experience what life has to offer. And so many of us, we don't get to experience just the general day-to-day thing of like going out and maybe, having a couple of, drinks with your boys and something happens, or like, just going out there and experiencing life will build you into a higher caliber young man, which ultimately, right, if you've been focusing on you and then you've also been focusing on some life experience, going out there, you will eventually, right, have more and more girls' eyeballs looking at you. Now, you're not always going to have to go to a club or have to go and get like, off your face drunk to go meet a girl. But I will say, you need to just go out and live your life. Go do some fun things. Go make some new higher quality friends. By you becoming a higher quality person, by focusing on you, you'll start to see that your life, right, because you've been focusing so much on, you not having lost your virginity or it not happening, that you've kind of let yourself go. And you've either just kind of gone in your own way or life of just doing what you're doing, maybe playing games, or maybe just kind of being unproductive, or maybe just having this feeling of just hopelessness, that you have to revert and you have to change the dialogue of your life by focusing on you, making some higher quality friends, getting some life experience, and you will see that you will get what you want. And for a lot of us young men, I can tell you, what we want is, of course, dependent on who you are, but you will be able to get what you want, even if it's to lose your virginity, if it's to get into a long-term relationship, if it's whatever it is that you want, you will have. And how you do it contradicts the way that you've been doing it, is focusing solely on trying to lose your virginity, but to focus on yourself, focus on experience, getting some stories, living life, leveling yourself up, getting on your mission, and seeing that, wow, it will happen. I promise you, bro, there is nothing wrong with losing your virginity late in life. There's nothing wrong with being a virgin right now, and I can actually tell you, there are more girls than ever as well that are in the exact same boat as you. And these are generally highly attractive girls as well. Beautiful, nice, not these thoughts or girls trying to, take your money or something. There are so many girls out there just as you are, with no experience. Nothing kind of has gone to plan. They haven't had their first kiss. They haven't lost their virginity. And they're your age. They're even older. It's not unique being a virgin. It's not something that's bad. It's not nothing. But what you need to do as a young man is focus on you. Stop trying to focus, oh yeah, this and that, and I'll do it this way, and I'll just focus solely on girls. Level yourself up, build yourself, make yourself into something, get on your mission, and start to see the gates open. There's nothing wrong, bro. Losing your virginity takes time, and I can promise you, if you listen to what I said, it'll happen. Love you, bro.